What's your advice for me for podcasting?
Ooh.
That's what I think I need.
What do we always call it? We called it, I'm sure you've already dabbled into it because of the internet syndication.
This is Because Design Matters exclusive. What is a little exclusive?
No, 93.3. This is Because Design Matters on CFMU. We are here with the one, the only, the long overdue. That's when you introduce yourself. You introduce yourself now.
I'm supposed to introduce myself?
Yeah, you introduce yourself.
All right, fair enough. I'm Dave. Big Body Rex. Dave of Dave and Kai. Filipino Thanos. What else? Just all around big guy.
Nice guy, great guy. Do you speak any Italian?
Italian? No, but I dated a bunch of Italian girls.
A bunch of Italian girls, that's what you're going to go with? That's your answer?
So specifically for the food. Like
Okay.
The Christmas Eve dinner, I mean, that's a whole thing.
A lot of fishes.
Yeah.
Just had my first fishes dinner for the first time this past Christmas.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, what'd you have for lunch?
I actually didn't eat today. The first thing I ate was at Tim Hortons right before we got here. It was like what is it called? A Supreme sandwich?
Supreme.
It was like a meaty sandwich.
They used to have it's called an Italian Supreme or something. You remember that?
Was that a sub?
It was like a sub.
Yeah,
And they had a lot of meats on it, and it was like a garlic bun. Yeah. It's delicious.
What did you have for lunch?
I had a taco from the Mexican cuisine taco. I wish I could like plug their name probably because I love it. As far as consistent places I go, it's in the farmer's market.
Oh, yeah.
It's at the back corner.
There's a couple of places that are really good there.
This taco spot, it's not an overdressed taco. It's just some meat and some lettuce and a little onion.
Sauce.
They got the Valentina's hot sauce. I love Valentina's hot sauce. That'll get me every time.
What's that place called? I'm not sure, but there's at least two places.
Don't be bugging the competitor. I'm loyal to my one taco spot. So,
okay.
60 seconds. This camera. What are you here to promote?
Here to promote. Honestly, it wasn't so much about promoting anything, but if I'm going to promote anything, I just started another podcast that the world doesn't need, but it's called Open House Hamilton. And our goal is to just interview, it's locals interviewing locals. I'm looking to interview people from all types of walks of life, whether it's the arts community. Our first episode was Carson Frankum. He's a paralegal, great guy. We know him because of our corgi. And I want to interview you. Honestly, you're a motivator for me as far as all of this. Yeah, and I can thank Jay Portal for that because I was following him on Instagram. That's how I found out about you.
Shout out Jay Portal. First guest ever. Yeah. First guest ever on the show. More importantly, introduced me to you guys, so forget the first episode. What do you think about the online tone where they're like, no more podcasts. We need to start having... People need certificates to buy these podcast microphones.
Certainly. I mean...
You're supposed to say I disagree. I disagree.
No. Here's the thing. I can't stand by that, but I also accept that it's just an opinion. There's... we're nearing 8 billion people, and people are just starved for not just content, but content that resonates with them. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that I think I've really started understanding in the last few years. Like, everybody has a different frequency that they are pulled to. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'm somebody else's frequency. Otherwise, that's going to be heartbreaking.
I bet you're going to be someone's frequency. I think it's it's Martin Scorsese, maybe. He's like the most personal is the most like most people connect to. So you make it about stuff that you like and enjoy, and you got you love Hamilton.
Yeah, I love Hamilton actually. In a weird way too, because like I moved here, never having stepped foot here. Mm-hmm. I drove past what I thought was Hamilton, and saw that as I was driving. I was like, "Oh, this looks beautiful. I'm gonna move here one day when I leave my city." I grew up in Windsor.
Was that you drove past Ancaster or something? And
I was driving past Dundas. I looked to the side, down at 403. I was like, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful."
It's a little
I was like, I could
space.
see myself here one day. And then when I was leaving Sudbury years ago, I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go back home. Maybe Hamilton." And here I am.
You guys just did a whole year of a post a day, and I feel like a lot of it was Hamilton.
16 months.
16 months?
Yeah.
That's even more than a year.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was Hamilton oriented.
Almost.
What percentage did you say was Hamilton?
Probably 99.9%.
What was the motivator to decide you're going to do a post a day?
I did this like seminar, social media seminar,
Mm-hmm.
and are you familiar with Hey Tony? His name is Matt. Hey Tony.
So.
He does SEO.
Okay.
He's local actually, from Hamilton.
Really?
Well, actually that gives me an idea, but yeah, his advice was just start posting. Mm-hmm. Just posting every day, and I thought it would be just a cool exercise in creativity. I had stopped working on my other creative outlets, like music and music videos, for a while. So I think I was just like really needing to make something again. So that's opportunity I really leaned into. That said, I burnt out after 16 months of like posting every single day.
Sure, but 16 months every day is a lot.
I thought I would just slow down when I stopped.
Yeah.
But I pretty much, for 4 months, did not. I only posted like a handful of things.
Oh, you did a full hiatus.
I was like, oh my God, this is a lot harder to get back into.
Sure.
But then I started again January 1st, every day.
And I think like when you do that like year, you just get better at all the things, right? Like it's just.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's the 10,000 hours. I think my favorite video is the how you learn to quit smoking video so far now. Because it's just, there's something funny to it. There's something that works in the algorithm to it that it like. Did it do well? Who cares?
It's okay.
Forget the numbers.
It's been good for just starting up again.
That intro of like, it's just like, I thought that was funny.
That's also a genuine technique for how I stopped. Like, sometimes I just feel anxious. I just be like, can I do it here?
Yes. Just to give an example of what we're talking about.
Yeah, so if you're trying to quit smoking or vaping or nicotine, or you're just feeling stressed in general, I recommend just a natural scream. Just like, ah! 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 Hopefully that didn't...
They're changing the channel as we.
Yeah.
There's
an insane man on the radio right now.
Hopefully that's when they click through it. They've been scanning.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe it. My listeners, I was like, you were scanning from one channel and you happened to land here, and now you're gonna stop until I scare you off.
There's gonna be a clip, isn't it? It's just me screaming.
That's the first one. Okay, speaking of quitting smoking, what are your resolutions for this year?
Some of my content was about that, but it was about stop making lists.
Stop making lists.
And then followed by make a list of all the lists I have to finish.
More lists.
No, real resolutions. Mm-hmm. I think that's a tough one, because I constantly have a million directions I want to go into, but at the end of the day, I think, if I had to simplify it,
yeah,
just execute, like do it. I bought that one print from you, and I have it in my office. And sometimes I look at it when I'm like struggling to get my work done. I can't say it on air, but
Without swearing, what does the print say?
it's motivational. In not just in positivity, but it gives you a little bit of negativity to just do it, you little.
Yeah, it's like don't be a wussy or something. You know?
Yeah, a wussy.
And I swore it afterwards. Right.
And I look at that sometimes, and I'm like, bet. Okay. Let's just get
That's
it
how
over with.
These post-it notes go from my desk in front of me to something like that, where I wrote that down for me first. I'm like, what are you doing? So just do it.
Well, I think that's so cool about what you do. Like, I think knowing that it's not something you're just writing for today, but it's something that you had stockpiled from like 4 or 5 years ago, and you're just using that now. So it's not like you're purposely being like, let me just give people a message.
Yeah, this will align with what today's climate is. It's like,
yeah, like this is something that you had done for yourself, and now it's repurposed for hopefully somebody else to resonate with.
Slowly, more and more of my content is turning into that because I'm behind in editing. So it's like, this is from last year, and it has to come out right now, or I'm going to drown.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you write new things today, and you edit new stuff, and you make a new video, and you do it right, and it's like, I was like, I don't put out the old stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be sad that only I saw it. That we talked about music that gets stuck in the vault. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
from putting out a thing a day, what's the biggest thing you learned?
That's a lot of sticky notes, bro.
And I'm supposed to keep track. I immediately got sidetracked. I'm supposed to keep like a good order. I jumped to the end.
I know. I mean,
who cares about New Year's resolutions? No.
Sorry,
what's the biggest thing you learned from doing a post a day?
Post a day? Oh, I did a post about that actually on our year anniversary.
Don't answer. I'm just gonna cut it in. Next question.
But the best one out of that was just that a lot of people will have advice for you about what you should be doing, because everybody is an expert, especially if you're coming from a specific field and you're not doing it as just a content creator, but you're doing it for like your career. Like in my case, a lot of it was initially supposed to be to build on real estate.
Yeah.
But my initial gut instinct was like, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to just constantly hear what I'm doing with the real estate or being.
There's got to be a balance to it.
Yeah, like if I'm doing it, I want to do it so that people who come across me know I do real estate, but they like me as a person or as a personality. They see somebody that they could talk to when they're ready to do that business, if at all. The thing is, people's real estate needs are so like finite. There's only a certain amount of time you're going to need, and the truth is, real estate is like a small portion of me as a person as well. So it's
trying to expand your brand beyond that too.
Yeah.
Just like you could then funnel in other things, music videos. The podcast, is it going to be real estate oriented? Open house gave me the feeling.
I said open house for that reason, but it's also a double entendre because it's more like an invitation into the city itself.
Yeah.
I can tell you that a small fraction of it is going to be real estate related.
Sure.
And that, again, goes down into what I was saying about how people will give you advice about what you should be doing, and they're going to tell me you should be interviewing more, I don't know, realtors.
You need to niche down. You need to be super niche. You need it to be all realtors. You need to ask some serious real estate questions, and that's how it's going to work really well.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's not what I would want to do, because I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't be doing it if I won't do it if that's what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing it and not enjoying it, it's not going to last long.
Yeah, ask me the percentage of episodes that we've talked about design around here. I don't know. I like it, but I don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
It's just like that may be the thing that is taking the right like formula for Instagram, but it's like I don't want a super niche. You know,
Yeah.
I want to do the stuff I enjoy, and that's a widespread thing, right? Like,
I don't know exactly. If they say then you're not going to grow in the right direction, it's like, okay, well, it is what it is. At least that's what I enjoy. But I can tell you as well that my interests for who I want to interview are like really random. Like there's a Filipino librarian who we met through these Filipino sadya. It's like a language thing you learn.
oh, that's cool.
Filipino.
Yeah.
I'm not really in touch with my Filipino roots, so it was cool to get into that.
Opportunity to.
And this Filipino works at the library, and that's where they hold them. And I was like, oh, she'd be great to interview. And not for any specific reason, just because she's a great person.
That's why I tried to open up at the end of last year to be like, now if you don't have something to promote, come to the radio, right? I'm like trying to just Hamilton stuff, and I think like you're interested in the same like people, right? Just like these people, I think there should be more attention on them. And people go, oh, it's just Hamilton. It's just, I don't care if you think it's just Hamilton. I want to put spotlight on Hamilton, right? Like that's
and that's the thing. Why wouldn't you like Hamilton? If you go to YouTube. And I did this earlier today because I was searching for my podcast to find the link.
Yep.
There's just videos with 43,000 views of just how bad Hamilton is. Like, oh my God. Leave the city.
Yeah, go away then.
Leave the city. Literally leave the city.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem. You're making no effort to make it better, or you're focusing on all the negative things. There's... Especially in this time right now, I find there's just so many bad things happening everywhere. It's not like there's any particular or specific cities that are doing very well.
Sure, yeah, you're going to go to another city and find
everybody
those
would go
problems.
there.
Yeah.
Everybody would go there, and it would turn into the same situations. Yeah.
See so many of these accounts that I'm not going to name any Instagram, but all they highlight is the worst Hamilton stuff. And the clips sometimes won't even be from something Hamilton. And, I'll get frustrated and comment sometimes and be like, I'll be like, we don't have Lime scooters. Like, get out of here. Like, it's just like an abundance of them.
Well, of course, that's what you would comment on.
Yeah, I was like, that is not accurate to the downtown core.
Lime scooters?
Yeah, I said,
nah, bro.
I said the real part of the video we probably do have downtown. Yeah, the thing they're complaining about, but not those green scooters. Get out of here.
Yeah, and I think the other thing you got to be forgiving with is that it is still like it's an industry city, right? And then you're gonna have rougher neighborhoods and situations in cities like this. Anytime you get a big enough, it's gonna just compound. And that said, I love Hamilton because it reminds me of a bigger version of Windsor, and that's where I grew up. And that's also historically an industrial city, with the car industry and everything.
Kind of boom.
Yeah. But just like Hamilton, but maybe on a smaller scale, there was always a thriving local music scene and arts. And I think that's where you find the characters or characteristics of a city. Like when you get into the downtown area and find out who's doing what, who's playing what at the pub.
Yeah. How often and how many different nights can they actually do, right? Like it's you get like your out of town spot and they only have 2 bands and it doesn't book so much, but there's a zillion bands around here.
What's your favorite bar to go to for just live shows?
Live show bar. I like to go to I think Corktown upstairs.
It's big up there.
Favorite place to go see. Maybe it's the shows I've gone and seen there, but as of recent, of different places come and go, I think that is
it.
I think that is it.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Why?
Where do you like to go? Yeah. Why? I think it's central enough downtown, and I can get chicken wings. I'll really get some chicken wings.
Okay, fair enough.
I like a dinner and a show option,
Yeah.
And yourself?
See, I'm guilty for this. I don't go out enough here. For 2 reasons, really. One, I'm older and I'm in bed by like 10:30 now.
Sure.
I don't know what it
wanna
is.
Stay home.
I always feel like my day is off to a terrible start if I'm not up early, and I'm mostly not up early.
You're like, every day I'm not up to a good start.
And then secondly, I don't know what it is. Once you start sleeping for 8 hours, anything less, for years, I went for just 4 or 5 hours, and I was like, I'm a machine.
Yeah.
I'm a machine. But now it's like 8 hours. 7 hours? Are you kidding me? My day is dead.
Like the week's ruined now.
Yeah. No, and the second reason is just the driving situation, because I live in the east end of Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if I want to enjoy myself, then we just can't be drinking and driving.
Yeah, like, now I need an Uber, and now the cost of your show plus an Uber, right? There's just it's a stacked thing, right? Yeah, we talked about the other day with certain like show prices and stuff to be like, well, once you start doing the math, and then for a couple to go out for the night and get a drink and get home, it's like, now if I'm looking at $150 a night, I might stay home.
Well, when I was younger, like in Sudbury, I lived closer to the downtown area on purpose, because you just walk.
Yeah, now I live right downtown. That's how
there was a
Corktown
bar
snuck in. It's just like, it's central, so you could get there easily.
Exactly. And yeah, those are the two main reasons. So I can't say I have any place specifically that I would choose for that, but historically I did prefer smaller venues. Like the upstairs at Corktown, I find too large.
Sure.
It's just like, you'd have to have a pretty big show for it to feel like, and I like almost like a hole-in-the-wall pub where like you find yourself a table and chair and you're listening to the music from the back. And there's a live
It's
band.
comfortable. It doesn't feel like they're like, hey, come to the front, and you're not pressured to leave your table.
There's no stage. It's just like everybody's performing on the ground, because if there was a stage, your head would be through the ceiling. It's just a small...
Have you gone to Henry's yet?
The camera store?
Yes. Have you ever been to the camera store?
I was there just today, actually. Prior to coming here, I ordered a camera.
No, try again. Henry's the restaurant. Have you been there?
No.
You got to go to Henry's the restaurant. They got like a little jazz table thing set up.
Jazz.
I'd actually like to change my answer. My favorite venue is Mills Hardware. Next question. Was your podcast originally be called Everyone Hates Hamilton?
I jokingly thought that. I was like, part of me when I was thinking about this was thinking, should I just lean into what everybody is, I want to say lazily doing, and just like, let's just hate into the town? Or should I ironically name it that, but then people will come in and expecting that, but then it's just...
They'll be looking to agree.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, they're watching, they're like, when's he going to start talking about Beth?
Bad
about the city. It's like,
well, and it's like online, negative stuff just does better. So it's like, you don't want to...
I can understand that. Yeah.
Sure. The amount of times I've had the clip where somebody comes up here and talks badly of someone else do way better than any clip where they talk about their new song. Is like
yeah, well, that's like Kendrick, you know?
Yeah, of course it was big.
He's his biggest when he's talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
Who's been asking for his music outside of that? Let's just be honest.
Clip it. Speaking of lawsuits, what was one thing you learned from your conversation with Carson Frankham?
One thing I learned? I learned I'm not good at interviewing people.
Yeah, that's called the learning curve. I'm really doing improve.
No, I was not prepared for that. I had questions in my head.
Sure.
And just because I don't know if it's appropriate to be just like busting out my phone and be like, all right, here's the next question.
Welcome to the Post-it note.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing. Your camera's not showing that you have
skips it.
Literally essentially just like a smorgasbord of just thoughts.
I would, if I could, in my mind and body, stick to them and go straight across and read them, I would, but I just simply cannot.
That's the other thing, too. So, but what else would I say from that? A little bit more about Bill 60, but even then, it feels like I'm not sure how much of that was up to date. because a lot of it was pending on how they would interpret the laws. And as far as rentals, because Bill 60 is like encompassing all sorts of things.
But for the rental specific portion.
Yeah. Now Carson's a great guy. You should have him on here.
I learned today.
There's a few people.
Your podcast. I learned Carson Frankham, big friend of the studio. Shout out Carson.
He's a big friend of the studio?
Big studio ally.
Oh yeah.
I won't elaborate. Big studio ally. How often do you plan on recording episodes?
I mean, I could tell you my ideal plans, but that's not like ideally should
for the moon.
Every 1 to 2 weeks would be great. I mean, I think that'd be ambitious. Actually, you're doing them weekly.
Sometimes I do
that's
consistently do them weekly. What happens is I sometimes fall behind in the YouTube.
In posting them?
In the YouTube, but it can catch me. Normally once a year. Once a year, I'll fall 4 weeks behind. Yeah. Can't pinpoint when, but it's after Supercrawl a lot of times.
That's fair.
Don't book an interview near Supergirl.
As far as I know, you didn't continue your little exclusive concerts last year.
No, I'm trying to get the production side of it sorted out. So I got some grants. I'm hoping to get signed in.
Yeah.
And then if that works out, I will do 6 a year. That's the number one thing on the old 2026 schedule here. Got one more thing. If not, I'm footing it out of my flat wallet over here, and I want to record 6 and put out 6 every year. This is the plan.
Honestly, it was one of our favorite things of 2024. Like, it feels like a intimate, personal show. Devin was amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
So funny. Yeah.
Amazing. Also, shout out. Oh my God, I'm misremembering his name now. Never mind.
Next question. You said I should have Carson Frankham. Is that your suggestion for who I should have on the show?
No. I mean, sure, he would be great as well.
Do you have a different one?
Who was I talking about earlier? I was going to say he'd be great here, too. Oh, yeah. Hey, Tony.
What about your partner with the answers over here?
Yeah, shout out Kylie. And look him up. What's this?
I'll look into him.
What are they on Instagram? Look him up. Is it Hey Tony? It's just Hey Tony. Hit him up. I learned that idea of just making content daily, and he does that.
Yeah.
I guess he was doing it. His wife was doing it for her business, and then she went viral. But his entire business is SEO, so you can actually hire him if they'll take you on.
Yeah.
But he's handing out gems constantly. One of his things was, don't gatekeep information, just give it.
Like, huge.
And then those who have faith in you will come to you for it on a needed base. Like, they will pay for that service, but don't be gatekeeping.
Yeah. Well, speaking of execute, that's a big thing. People are like, I'll give it all my ideas, because the amount of people that are going to take them and do them is low, right? Like, it's like people aren't just looking for ideas to take and execute, and if they do, that's your fault for not doing it, right? Like, you gotta do the things.
Yeah. Side note, his name is actually Matt.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Hey Tony. Why is it Hey Tony?
I think he picked it because he said it was something like, he heard somebody on the street like go, "Hey Tony," and he's like, "Oh, I like that."
Yeah.
So.
He's like, that'll sound good.
Yeah. I don't think he knows me. Like, we spoke once at that seminar.
Yeah.
I remember asking him, "Can you just review our Instagram?" And he's like, "Oh, terrible."
And what was
this was
his
like
notes?
a week after we had just started posting.
Oh, true. So he's like,
And then he's like, "What is this? First off, what are you filming with here?" I was into using handy cams at the time to make it look vintage.
Yeah.
He's like, "This looks like it was filmed in the 1970s." So I was like, "Oh, that's an aesthetic." He's like, "For who?" I'm like, "Oh, this hurts."
that harsh feedback sometimes.
I have
It's good.
4 Sony handy cams just for fun.
Yeah, now you're like, and they're just for personal use.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Gary V type character. That's why
He met Gary Vee.
that's where I got some of my early like inspiration for doing just like behind the scenes content, and then it's like that all birth into something else. But Yeah, I went to a Gary Vee thing out in Niagara. He did a seminar and like done some stuff since then. It's just like he's a whatever your excuse is, do the thing type of motivation is like what he is.
Yeah, I used to follow him
Mm-hmm.
until he got into the whole. What were they selling? Those digital assets that were just like pictures. What were they called again?
NFTs.
Yeah.
NFTs.
That was
I'll
crazy.
never speak bad of the NFTs. That was an era.
It was an error.
We talked because someone from Hamilton did a huge NFT thing, and I was working with him at the time,
Yeah.
and that's how I got to like meet people from Gary Vee's team in person, just like
Really?
get to go to Miami, whatever. But described it as like the internet. It's like when the internet started, a bunch of those websites don't exist anymore. NFTs blew up, and a bunch of those NFTs would just be nothing and worth nothing, and then there's a few that will like become their own like brand of their own.
And that's
right?
what's going to happen with AI as well.
Mhm.
It's just like a bubble, and
Yeah.
only the ones that are useful are going to survive.
I got a clip of me and Dope talking about it today. It's like the ones that are useful, the ones that can like do it efficiently and not be a bunch of water or whatever they say, right? Like
Yeah.
you get those ones that will hone it in and be better, and they'll be like, oh, that'll take off, and it won't be.
The funny ones are like the hyper-specific ones. But before I forget, another person you should have here is your mom.
I don't know if that's safe.
And this is not like a diss, like your mom. You know?
Yeah.
No, like she was actually great. Like I met her at
very
the,
highly from the super crawl interaction.
Yeah, she was sitting beside us, and we had great conversations with her.
I
She
think
was-
I've heard both sides of your story of the girls that were standing behind you guys, and we're not going to go over it.
Yeah. Did you find out who the girls were?
Listen, I don't want to
Shout out those girls. They had some crazy stories,
Yeah,
and it's
crazy.
like they did not know or care who's listening.
Great, we'll leave that open-ended.
I imagine they're McMaster girls,
No,
perhaps.
they were not. I go straight in
Oh,
and
so
out
you-
of this building.
All right. Okay.
Have you heard? Where's my other question?
Why is your voice so high pitched?
Excuse me. Have you heard that they're bringing an end to Lake Timmicaca?
I saw a post about that today from Urban Hamilton or Urban City Hamilton posted something like that.
I'm not
Are
gonna
you-
say
are they
whether I
talking about
did
the
or
puddle?
not. I'm not gonna say whether I did or not either. I don't know if that's right. So I just heard it in the grapevine.
Is it that puddle in the Tim Hortons like
Big-
parking lot?
Big puddle.
See, I'm not very acquainted with this. I only know it like through the lore. How do you feel about it? I mean, it sounds like something that's pertinent to you.
It's deep and dear to my heart. No,
Is it
I
the
don't- I don't
one
even
that
know.
you go to?
Not anymore.
Hmm.
Since they got rid of the lake. Called it off.
Because of that?
No, it used to be the good one for downtown that was open late. But open late drives an open late crowd. Otherwise, do you think the Tim Hortons slander is overhyped? Bringing in
For
Tim
sure.
Hortons. Say.
But I also feel like. So we did a post about Tim Hortons, like the first Tim Hortons. It's on Ottawa Street North.
Yep.
It's like
Got
right
the museum
nearby.
upstairs and stuff.
Yeah, we thought it was super cool.
Yeah.
We did. So one of our posts this last year was like highlighting that, and the comments were just roasting us and roasting Tim Hortons. It was like, oh, blah blah blah. And I just thought, like, it's true. Sometimes the people who have the most negative things are the ones that are going to say something.
With the loudest sometimes too.
And also, are we not taking things contextually anymore? What happened to you? You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
There's a comedian that's like, Tim Hortons never said it was luxury coffee.
Yeah.
You confused it with something else.
Exactly. I mean, it's the name has Tim in it. Tim does not sound like a luxury person.
They're giving you what you asked for. You want a coffee, you want a cup, you wanted it fast. You got it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, on a positive note, what are you grateful for?
Honestly, a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But the number one thing, I think, would be I'm grateful for being in a great relationship with a great person. And I think what a great person is should be different to everybody, because everybody's needs and who they are is different. But in my situation, I think she allows me to thrive as myself. And what I mean by that is when you're not like caught up in continuous drama in a relationship, and that's like what's encompassing. I mean, everybody's been younger and like they
Sure.
before
Some
you
people
find
they don't grow out of that. Sometimes
yeah, and that's the thing. But when you have the opportunity to have like a healthy relationship, you have the opportunity to focus on other things and grow in different aspects. Are you familiar with like what is it? Maslow's hierarchy of needs and like self-actualization?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's essentially this pyramid of like needs, like your basic needs, like a roof over your head, food, blah, blah, and then the next one is like, don't quote me on this, these are probably...
Sure.
But like, once you meet certain things, then you can reach to the highest point of like self-actualization, and one of them is love, and like knowing and accepting love and being able to love. And once you have that in your life, you can continue to progress to self-actualize and become a better version of yourself. And I think that's what I'm most thankful, especially in my adult years. Finding.
I'm going to stop asking that question now for the rest of the year. You already won. That's the best thing. I'm not going to find a better answer. Can you read the notes in front of you, and then I got a couple more questions for you.
This is just one single one?
All three.
There's more. All right. Am I just reading them, or
this is your radio drop? You just read them.
This is Because Design Matters exclusive.
I knew if I said that, you'd get it. You know.
Yeah. What is a little exclusive concert?
Where? No, it doesn't say that. That's what I'm saying. It should be where. Last one.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a private event that if I'm not invited to, I'll be butthurt about.
He's forever. You got golden tickets.
All right. And finally, my name is Dave, and you've been watching Because Design Matters. Bow, bow, bow.
What advice would you give to someone looking to buy a home in Hamilton?
Looking to buy a home in Hamilton? Point blank right now. If you're in a situation where you are ready to buy a home, I mean, just do the numbers. Just do the numbers, because right now, if you don't need to sell and you're just looking to buy, it is a great time to purchase. Is it going to go any lower? Potentially. Are the interest rates going to get better? I don't know how much better they're going to get. Like what they were a few years ago was remarkable because it was not very common. I just had to renew my mortgage actually, and I'll tell you this: like it will be lucky to get those types of interest rates again. It's a great time for downsizers. Upsizers. Not so much for downsizers, because then you're going to lose on potential income for the home that you're selling. But in general, just do the math. Does it make sense for you? And also, and I think a big part of it is this, because you always see these arguments online about the benefits of renting and owning. And I think the one subjective thing that people don't discuss enough is why you want a home. And part of that is enjoying the space so that you can create it to reflect the life that you want to live. Like having that environment that you go home to. Some days there'll be I'll go home to, let's say, visit my family, and when I come back, I have this immediate sense of like, oh, it feels good to be home, you know. And then the thing about renting, and I'm not knocking renting at all. I rented my adult life, right?
Yeah.
The thing about renting is at least for me, I was hyper aware that somebody else owns that space, and it doesn't feel like it's your home per se.
There's a little bit of like tiptoeing that goes on where you're like, you can't do certain
Especially if
things.
you're in an apartment building.
Yeah, you're checking in for whatever. They go, oh yeah, on Thursday we're gonna come look around. You go, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not home on Thursday.
Yeah, I had some crazy neighbors too.
Yeah.
Like there was this guy who'd always just like bang on my door, and I'd open it and he's like, "Why are you yelling?" And I was like, "I've had my headphones on for like the last 3 hours." He was like, "You've been so loud," and I was like, "Don't ever knock on my door again."
Yeah.
But anyway.
Complain somewhere else. Like,
No. Do I think everybody would enjoy owning a home? Probably not. I mean, with it comes a lot of responsibilities, and those are things that you should be aware of as well. That's why it's important to do a little bit of research and find out, besides like closing costs, what are your maintenance costs? Mm-hmm. That said, if that is what you want to do, it's a good time to start looking before. And of course, this is what they're going to say. Oh, of course, the realtor is saying that. It's always a good time.
I don't know if any of my listeners can actually afford to buy a house, so I don't think you got anything to worry about.
Okay, so here's the thing about that. I'm glad you pointed it out because so this is let's say a college audience, right? I was thinking about this when I first graduated, because before real estate, I used to be a registered nurse. Mm-hmm. So when I graduated and I was working as a nurse, looking back, I made actually a lot of great money for somebody who was single and just fresh out of school. Okay. And I can tell you that I did not retain any of that money. And
part of life, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I think if I was more reflective of that at the time, I probably could have purchased a home at a much earlier stage of my life.
Sure.
Granted, it would have changed, the course of the direction of my life. But for those who hope for that and want to, because I never thought about that.
Yeah.
If you are finishing school and you're going into a field where you know you're going to be making great money, given how prices of homes are like, especially in Hamilton, because we're not talking about other cities where it's more affordable,
sure.
You're going to want to start planning ahead. Think about down payments and figuring out like how much that is. Just plan ahead. Those who are fortunate enough to have a great paying career, and I don't want to be like preachy, I'll be like, look out for your money, but honestly,
it's like, it's the obvious advice, but it's real advice. No, it's like, hey, save some money if you got it.
And I think of that because I know that there are nursing students now. I think McMaster has a nursing program, right? Yeah, I thought about that. I should just go in and do like a seminar and bring everybody, I don't know, some cookies. Everybody loves cookies. And just like, can I have 5 minutes of your time? Please start thinking about your future. You're going to make great money. And,
save some money so you can pay me later and you can buy a house. But it's real advice to like, you should.
It's self-serving in that sense.
If it's something you want in the future, you're not going to be able to like snap your fingers and get it later on. So it's like,
and that's the thing. I think I was also fortunate to be in a healthy relationship where we're both making the same kind of money, so we were able to pool our resources together.
Yeah. Now that saving takes half the time because you're both pooling into it, right?
Yeah. And if you don't have somebody like that, and you just be like, suddenly, I want to buy a house. How?
You're not.
How?
They're not giving them out.
Yeah. No, you have to like almost. You almost have to be better at relationships just for that purpose, so that you could afford to own a home if that's your end goal.
You gotta be what's called. You gotta be a dinkwad.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with dinkwads. Double income, no kids, with a dog, preferably a corgi.
It doesn't take up a lot of space, you know.
Yeah. Well, what about you? What are your intentions on that?
Getting a house or not?
Yeah, because I know a realtor.
I didn't say it, so I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna go sign up for a registered nurse program first.
Well, we also help with rentals.
Circle back.
Yeah.
Now, before we close out here, you have the microphone. Is there anything you want to say or draw attention to before we go?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, I felt like we had a pretty good conversation. And I think, besides knowing that there are potentially people listening, I just thought it was just a good conversation.
Likewise.
I could see why people enjoy doing this with you. You're personable.
Thanks.
Oh,
That's nice.
instead of something to say, I have more of a question for you. What's your advice for me for podcasting?
Ooh.
That's what I think I need.
What do we call it? We called it, I'm sure you've already dabbled into it because of the internet syndication. It's like whatever clip you edited, YouTube, TikTok,
Everything,
Instagram.
yeah.
Because I find I've seen YouTube more than anything recently. I just get better views there, get more random comments there, just like I don't know if you post there also, but it's just like fluky. It's the same clip, right?
Yeah.
Like you've already edited the content. You already have the thing.
You're not changing it around to fit the...
No. Like I'll change some clips when I have time, but at like base level, I just take the same clip, post it all 3 places. The only thing I'll change is YouTube will get a different caption because it just doesn't fit their captions are meant to be titles. You know, it's
Yeah.
meant to be very short. But I have very low subscribers on YouTube in comparison to Instagram, and a lot of time it's like par for views and engagement from people that I don't talk to all the time. So that advice would be for anybody doing anything on the internet. But
Well, what about the interview itself? I think that's where I have the least experience right now.
interview itself, I would say, like obviously you said you didn't write down your questions prior for this one to like prepare, but try to let the conversation go. Like don't, if you do start writing, so like I wrote stuff down, don't try to like hard stick to it. Let it go because you don't know where the conversation's gonna take. As
Yeah.
much of it can be like a regular, real conversation, I think the better. Doesn't always work well for radio because then it's just me yapping on here with someone. But change the channel, then.
You know who I want to interview?
Who?
And this, I don't even know why, but the mayor.
I'm gonna do a quick insert. I haven't edited the clip. We went to the SGA Shy thing at Tim Hortons Field, and the pass I had, we just happened to sneak all the way to like the press conference. And I'm thinking I'm gonna ask Shy a question. I got some questions written down, and then the mayor comes out for 5 minutes prior, and she's gonna answer some questions. And it was right after finding out that the only other person to get the key to the city was
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
That's not real.
It's real.
No, it turns out it's not real.
That's real.
Because you told us about that. But anyway, I don't want to divert you.
That was my one question for her. And I think after that, they were like, no more questions for this guy. Because I think they were doing more like a paced playing question. And I did like a jump up and say my question. And she was not.
I don't like those questions.
She was not down for that. She said no comment.
You know, it's kind of funny because that has this... I have this thought, but I was thinking that, of course, I want to be taken seriously during these interviews, but I naturally am inclined to want to joke.
Goof around a little.
And I almost want to... Did you watch those the Sunday podcast with...
Yeah.
What's his name?
Caleb,
Yeah.
whatever it is. He takes it far.
Yeah, but just like his reaction, just how he sits there is like...
That's actually one thing people say to me all the time is like, let the guest like talk. It's like don't always try to like ask them a question like be on top of them because let them get the point out. You're there every time through your podcast. They're there for this one moment. Let them talk more. His reaction of like somebody that for just like conversation, if somebody's talking to you and you want them to say words like right, like don't put a period at the end of whatever they're trying to talk about.
Fair enough.
Because then they might go on too far. You know, they might say something they didn't want to. Or it's something good.
Have I said
ways.
anything so far that I should have not?
How dare you try to take the key from the city from Stone Cold?
I'm a big fan of Stone Cold, first off.
On that note,
Smoking Skull Belt, I mean...
We're going to circle back. You're going to have to explain to me why I'm a liar. And I'm sure I am, because I only read the headline. Thank you for tuning in. You got to come back again. We got to do this again. We can do just a full music episode.
Yeah, I've got some unreleased music here from an artist that... Well, if you're interested, you'll have to phone in and find out. But it's unreleased music. If I had to describe it, it's like a solo, modern, aggressive version of the Beastie Boys with sauce.
And we call this Because I'm Matters exclusive right here for sure.
Meow.
Make sure I'm not playing something else. This is Pissed Off.
Who wants to race me?
It's Tech Gold Rex.
My name's Dave, and you've been watching Because Design Matters.